Blog Talk Radio.
To another Friday night edition of the Pajama Party. I'm your host, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Como allez-vous? You all right, Poppa DD?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. How you doing, Kevin?
Everything's everything. How y'all doing?
Okay. Everything is cool.
Doing well, thank you. Doing well.
Cool gang.
Ooh, happy Friday. Let me just say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's topsy-turvy weather.
I know. If it ain't storming, it's raining, it's sunshine, cloudy. I don't know what to wear.
April showers.
Yeah, it's been kind of wild.
April showers.
Bring May flowers. I guess you're right.
That's what they say.
You know, the most beautiful thing right now that's going on, if you go up to a small tree, you'll see some real little green buds coming on it.
Okay. It'll
blow your mind.
Oh, you been bud watching?
Yeah, I guess that's what it's called, bud watching. And they're sprouting. If you look in the garden, all of your perennials are coming up.
Okay.
And it's so weird how that word is backwards. You would think that a flower called an annual will be the one that comes back every year, but that's the one that fucking dies. Isn't that crazy? Who the hell invented that backwards ass word?
Yeah, that is pretty
If something's growing in the yard, it's not an annual, believe me. It's a perennial. And then when you see a perennial come up, one more thing, I guess this could be a lead thing here. The perennials have little spears on the tip like a sword coming out of the ground. If you look at every perennial plant, it comes up like a sword, like a blade.
Yeah.
Then
like
it goes into like a knife, the way it cuts through the grass.
Well, that's how they get up. They get up out the ground like that. So.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to say, you were talking about backwards things. It's like the driveway and a parkway, you know?
Yeah.
You park in the driveway, but you drive on the parkway. So it's a whole lot of backwards stuff like that.
That's funny. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Okay.
Don't lead into it. What's up? Don't lead into it.
I want to talk about the different, just not so much on it, but, you know, I've been noticing, just to get y'all opinion, a lot of different marriages in Hollywood that people are battling and fighting, and, like, it's just a mess. And I'm not, you know, taking your joy with the Hollywood thing, but I was just kind of looking at the, you know, the news tonight and the different people that are just, and we're not going to name that name because I don't want to get into that particular, but it's amazing the different things in Hollywood that are going on with different marriages and people that are just battling. And have y'all noticed that? And these are people that are bona fide actors and bona fide stars and fighting over all kind of stuff, and everybody that's together, they kind of they get their feet wet in the business, and next you know they just want to drop their mate like it's nothing, and you know, and as soon as they start smelling themselves, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me on that?
I heard a couple of them.
And these are the people that we're looking at as being celebrities, And, it's interesting.
I did hear a few of them, but did you hear any particular?
Yeah, a couple of them. The Magic Mike guy, he's with Zoe Kravitz. And his wife, she done met another guy, and they done already had 2 kids since the separation. They haven't even divorced yet. They're about to battle with the divorce. And it's like, and not to mention the Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt saga that just viciously, blades out. And the young lady was on that brother named Jay-Z, the rapper, with the little Asian girl that was on the talk show. What's her name? Maya.
Oh, Jeannie Mai.
Jeannie Mai.
Yeah, that guy, I forgot his name.
And then the girl Gypsy Rose that just came out of prison for killing her mom. She met the guy in prison. Now they're divorcing. And I'm just like I said, this isn't no Hollywood thing. But all I'm saying is that what is up with people just like, the fucking commitment is just
doesn't exist.
I don't know whether the Magic Mike, because the one thing that really got my interest was Tatum with the Magic Mike thing. Him and his wife looked like a real decent couple that really had their shit together. And then once he got into the whole Magic Mike thing, it just blew up. I don't know if that was too much for her or he was taking it on too strong. Then she said he was hiding money from the franchise, and the franchise was making millions. And what y'all think about all that?
I don't know.
Whew. It's brutal. Fucking brutal.
I don't know.
A lot going on. Yeah.
There's a lot going on. And these are people that you look at as celebrities, and you say, damn, how can I buy a ticket to go see you in the movies when deep down inside your life is pretty fucked up right now? So am I supporting your cause? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I supporting the money that you're going to be giving to your wife eventually?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, I'm not trying to help make your alimony payment.
Yeah, like, what
or
the
pay
fuck?
your legal fees or any of that. But
And then they were talking about your boy, Kevin Costner, who I believe is just fucking everybody in Hollywood. That's just my opinion. And getting away with it. And now they're saying he's tied with Jules. Now, Jules was the girl that first started on American Idol, and she was like poor white trash of living in her vehicle. Okay? She's still not really attractive to me when I look at her, but God bless her, going on. I just know, maybe I'm saying her name wrong, but I'm just speaking on the name. I'm not saying her full name. I don't know her name personally.
I think she just goes by her name, right?
Yeah, well, that could be anybody, so we can use her name, but just whatever. But anyway, Kevin Costner, I don't know if he's finally settling down, but he done dick down everybody in Hollywood.
Isn't he like 70 by now?
Yeah, but
and he's still bouncing around.
It doesn't matter. He got the money. It's the money.
The money and the fucking blue pill.
Oh, is that what it is?
The money will get him in, and the blue pill will keep him up all night.
And the prestige, I guess these women get when they're with Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner's big time. He's making a ton of money too with all that Yellowstone and all that shit. Them people make about $80,000 a fucking episode. It's crazy. The money is off
more
the
than
chain.
that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
But his last wife though, she got him though. She said, "No, motherfucker, you ahead. I'm divorcing." She took a lot. She's getting the alimony and all that. She said, "Go ahead, go give the dick away like a motherfucker now, because I'm out."
Maybe that's why he's bouncing around so much.
Yeah, well, she leveled him. She leveled him.
I'll just date from here.
She finally leveled his ass because he was all over the place. So, but anyway, I just wanted to bring that particular situation out to let you know that Hollywood is off the chain with.
Merry-go-round continues. All right. Well, let's see. Ketel, you ready for the rundown?
Sure. After that break, yes. I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that merry-go-round is spinning.
Yeah.
They doing a lot out there.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get into some other things, but some other relationships out here. Going to be some surprises. All right. I'll get into it. In Focus, the latest D.C. crime report. Also, abortion ban in Arizona. Going back to the 18th century, Lord have mercy. O.J. Simpson, unfortunately, dead at 76. Our cocktail of the week, gin Campari, old fashioned. Also was popping with Poppa DD. Of course, we have to lighten it up with that weird news. Thailand has a plan to contain the monkey business. Also, a 2-story house floats through San Francisco Bay. And a porch pirate dresses up as trash bag. Okay. I'm just saying with Redwine, is it really country? Living for the City with Poppa DD. Hollywood wrap up. We got quite a bit tonight. The Kiss It list and the last word. So let's sit back and relax and get your favorite cocktail, and we'll be back with In Focus.
You're listening to the Pajama Party Late Night Adult Talk Show. We've added a new segment to the show called the Kiss It list. Every week, we put people on this list who have done dumb stuff or have been irritating or just gotten on ours or your nerves. So we call them out and put them on the Kiss It list, and we tell you why. If you have somebody you want to add to our Kiss It list, hit us on Twitter at @PajamaParty and use hashtag KissIt, and we'll add them to the list. If you prefer to email your contenders, send them to info@apajamaparty.com. We'll call them out every Friday night at the end of the show, so get those names in. Now, let's get back to the Pajama Party crew and more of the show. DJ, would you mind turning it up a notch? Oh, how rude. Oh, you're on the Kiss It list.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm your host, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. All right, we're about to go in focus. And, Ketel, you got the first position. What you got tonight you're focused on?
Oh, boy, the usual. And I see why you sit over to me, Redwine. I talk about this on a regular basis. Unfortunately, in the DMV area, we've had quite a bit of violence going on. Within this past week. So, D.C. crime, 9 shot, 2 dead in less than 5 hours. This is crazy. And also, an incident just happened Thursday night in Maryland. But let's get into the D.C. report. A night of gun violence in Washington, D.C. left 7 people wounded and 2 dead in less than 5 hours. The first one was on 21st Street Northeast, multiple shooting around 6 o'clock. Police responded to 1100 block of 21st Street Northeast in the Carver-Langston neighborhood on Wednesday after reporting multiple reports of gunfire. Officers found 1 man dead at the scene. Officials have identified the deceased as 29-year-old Aubrey Cloud Largo, Maryland. He was in D.C., but he was from Largo, Maryland. Also, 2 other men, a woman and a 9-year-old boy, were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They are believed to have suffered wounds police considered not life-threatening. Also, a 12-year-old boy later walked into a nearby hospital with gunshot wounds sustained during the shooting. Wow, this is crazy. So they did release a photo of the vehicle they believe had left the scene in that particular incident. Then we have about 9 o'clock on 10th Street in Northwest. They responded to 3500 block of 10th Street. Another shooting. 1 man was found at the scene suffering from gunshot wounds. He was conscious and breathing and was hospitalized with injuries. A second shooting victim walked into a nearby hospital suffering from gunshot wounds as well. He was later pronounced dead, unfortunately. And then this last incident happened around 10:30, 18th Street and Benning Road, Northwest. They were called to investigate a shooting. Officers found 1 man suffering from gunshot wounds. He was transported to a nearby hospital. Investigators are looking for 2 armed suspects that may be operating on a moped. Wow. And unfortunately, this last one, this past Thursday night at LA Fitness Gym. Now, they talked to a witness, and he's like, this is where you go to relax, to, work out, and, try to get fit. There was an argument on the basketball court in the gym around 8:30. and it was some gunfire there. And gentleman, the alleged gunman fled the scene in a white vehicle, they said. There was one guy that was injured. One fled the scene. And I believe there was a female also involved as well. This was in Ruby Lockhart Boulevard in Lanham, Glen Arden, or Woodmore, whatever you want to call it. We name in different areas, but this happened Thursday night. So, what do you guys think about this? This is crazy. It's a lot.
Yeah, you summed it up. It's crazy.
It just go to show you that everybody is just carrying a gun, but in such adverse places. I don't know. I mean, just because they give you a carrying permit, I mean, what you think? You think are you a tough guy? I mean, you could be a tough guy just by, just. I know people have a disagreement and all that, but that should be the extent of it. If you're arguing and disagree on something in particular while you're out there among society, but when somebody pulls out a gun and the other person don't have a gun, then at that point you have all the advantage. So at that point, it's what you gonna do with it. Are you mad enough now to pull the trigger? Because pulling that trigger, and I'm sure there's cameras outside that gym,
Sure.
And that car is not, and police ain't gonna tell you that, but you'll hear in a few days how they caught the suspect and all that jazz, because
Yeah, they'll find them. Yeah, they'll find them.
Oh yeah, not just outside the gym. Nowadays they got cameras all down in the street and around everywhere that's picking up stuff, travel, and
But I don't understand. If you're shooting basketball, where'd the gun come from?
Out of their bag.
That's been in the gym.
No, but I'm saying, so then that must not have happened like in the midst of somebody just shot a ball and got upset and then just pulled a gun out of their pocket or something.
I'm sure
so they probably, like you just said, they must have gone in the locker room or gone over to the wall or something, took their gun out. That's just crazy.
Because I know in a lot of gyms, they don't want you to bring your gym bag because of safety reasons on the floor. So confrontation probably happened, and you're right. He probably went to his gym bag, and hey, I don't know. He could have went outside. Who knows? He could have went outside and got his, pistol.
And come back in. Yeah, like we don't know all the details, but I just don't understand. Like, if you came to the gym to work out, why are you armed?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't get it either.
Way too much. There's way too many guns floating around, and people have such a quick temper. That's not a good mix.
No.
Quick temper is too many guns. I just saw something the other day. It wasn't a shooting. This was a case, I think, that happened a year or maybe two, where they were in a tubing. It was like water tubing. And this was a man like 40 plus or something. He took out a knife that he had on his body and stabbed somebody. I think he killed him. Now I'm thinking, now, if you're going tubing in the water, why are you carrying a knife? And then when something happened or disagreement or whatever, some kind of scuffle broke out. And this man whips out a knife and stabbed, and I think he killed a young person. And I'm thinking, like, why did you even bring a knife to go tubing? That's supposed to be a relaxing event. It's just, like I said, the mindset of people. You come to the gym to work out, enjoy yourself, playing ball, or like he went to the water tubing place, trying to relax, enjoy the water. Why are people showing up with weapons?
It's crazy. Yeah. So now probably what's going to happen, they're going to probably have a detector now, or check the gym bags now. I mean, it's usually a relaxed, like you said, atmosphere going to the gym. They don't really, check bags and stuff, but they just tell you don't bring it on the floor. But so now they're going to probably be checking bags left and right. People might not want to go to the gym now because they don't feel safe. So,
yeah.
It's just crazy. But all the other
safe.
shootings in D.C. is just getting ridiculous. I mean, like 1 hour after another, like 6 o'clock, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. What are y'all doing? What is going on? I mean,
I don't know.
You know, maybe this eclipse and got people cuckoo. Something's going on.
Is it a competition to see who can outblast? I don't understand.
Yeah. And they're getting younger. 12-year-old, 9 years old. I mean, getting wounded, getting shot. It's crazy. So,
yeah. It's definitely out of control.
They're
Well,
going to have to do something
sure.
before the summer comes because it's going to get worse. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
The warmer the weather gets, the hotter the temperatures of people's attitudes get.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you for all of that information. We'll keep an eye on it. So I guess the thing to do is just watch yourself everywhere you go. You got to be careful going to the gym, going tubing, going grocery shopping, taking a walk, going out to your vehicle, opening your window, taking a deep breath. You can. Gee, is there anything that we can do that we can just be relaxed?
Getting rough. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. Well, from one crazy one to the next. I got the next one. Let's talk about what's going on out in Arizona. Arizona, they've got all kind of stuff going on with this you got anti and pro-abortion regulations and arguments and protests and all of that going on in Arizona right now. The vice president was out there trying to help, push the cause for women's right to choose. And before I give you the details, I'm just saying it's not about anybody saying they're pro-abortion. I think what most people are saying is that they are pro-women having the right to choose. Why should anybody else be able to make a decision that affects the lives of others when it comes to what you choose to do with your own body? So, to me, I don't see it as an issue of people saying you're pro-life or pro-abortion and all. No, it's really about pro-choice, as the phrase goes. But anyway, Arizona is soon going to join 14 other states that have banned abortion at all stages of pregnancy after the state Supreme Court ruled on Tuesday of this week. They found that officials may enforce a law that went on their books in 1864 that criminalized all abortions with the exception of when a woman's life is at stake. Now, under the near total ban, the number of abortions in the state is expected to drop from about 1,100 abortions per month down to roughly 0. That's what they're estimating. Now, this forecast is based on what has happened in other states who banned abortion at all stages of pregnancy. So they're saying that the fight for reproductive rights is not over in Arizona. This moment cannot slow us down. The Planned Parenthood officials have vowed to continue providing abortions for the short time that they're still legal. And they're saying that they're going to reinforce all the networks that help women travel out of state to places like New Mexico and California where it's still legal. Nearly every state ban on abortions has been challenged with a lawsuit, and the courts are blocking enforcement of some restrictions, including prohibitions throughout pregnancy in Utah and Wyoming. So the Arizona ruling is suggesting that doctors would be prosecuted if they perform the procedure, and the law, the 1864 law, also carries a sentence of between 2 to 5 years in prison for any doctors or any medical personnel who assist in performing an abortion. Now, since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade in 2022, most of the Republican-controlled states have started enforcing new bans or restrictions, and most of the Democrat-dominated states have been trying to protect women's right to choose. So this is why this has become such a hot topic now for the upcoming election, because, people are putting it front and center, saying, okay, choose. Where do you stand? Voters want to know. And, of course, politicians are forcing the other side of the coin. If you're a Democrat, you're forcing the Republicans to make it obvious, what side do you stand on? Are you pro or are you against? So I think it's going to really make a difference in the polls for the voters who have very strong opinions. People are going to say, before I vote for this person in when is the election, November? Before I vote for somebody in November, if this is a topic of importance to you, then you want to know, where does this person or persons, where do they stand on this topic? And like I said, I just feel like, first of all, why is all these people all up in these women's business? A lot of these people who are making these decisions are not even of childbearing age. They're older men, older women. And I understand y'all want to get on your moral high horse and all, but it's not your choice. I just, when you start talking about maybe making an exception if the woman's life is at stake, how do you know that being forced potentially to have a child that you don't desire to have isn't putting that woman's life at stake? You don't know what a decision like that is not one that you made for yourself, you don't know what that's doing to that woman's life. So putting life at stake should not only be if she's going to die. That having a child changes your life completely and totally. So I'm not buying if you say, oh, well, only if her life is at stake. There's other ways of approaching what do you mean by that. That might feel one way to one person and another way to another. I still say, mind your business. Nobody goes around telling men that they can or cannot have a vasectomy or they can or cannot take Viagra. Nobody's all in these men's underwear. Why is everybody in women's underwear? That's all I'm saying. What do y'all think?
Mm-hmm.
I think all the people that are against all that abortion stuff are all the wrong people. All the wrong people. I see people, like you said, that are not even in the baby bearing years anymore. Old white men.
They are retired from baby making.
Women walk around with moo-moos on that ain't, they ain't doing shit when it comes to got to do with a child. And they're out there like, an abortion is somebody's own personal story. How can you go across the line? You don't know, you don't have a microscope on everybody's love life. So how the hell you know what happened with somebody and going to judge what they need to do based on what happened? I mean, how many people in this world have walked the, what do you call that when you, the walk of shame?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you leave out a place at 6 o'clock in the morning, or you leave out a hotel at 11 o'clock in the morning, or something like that, the walk of shame is rough, man. So some people want to clean that shit up. All of a sudden something that went down, you're like, oh, fuck. Oh, no. I'm not having this motherfucking baby. I had a good time, but I ain't having this motherfucking baby. And these are people that's at that age and, these are childbearing years, but you can't be up in age and shit and rah, and like you know the scoop on everything.
Yeah, that's telling everybody else, oh, no, if you get pregnant, you need to have that child, or you need to put it up for adoption. Just because you can doesn't mean that that's an easy choice either. You put your child up for adoption, the average person, you're going to think about that still for the rest of your life. Just like if you have an abortion, you might still think about that for the rest of your life. But that's your choice. And that's where it should be. It should be your choice. But, okay, I'm going to get off of it.
You're gonna get off the soapbox.
I'm going to try to. It just makes me angry that it's even a Supreme Court topic. Why are they in it? But anyway.
But isn't this law going to take us back to, 18th century or something they were talking about?
Well, they're trying to roll back to the law that was on their book in Arizona, that was 1864, when everything was illegal, with the exception of if the mother's life is at stake. Mm-hmm. They're not trying to make exceptions for rape, incest, if it's a pregnancy that is not going to make it to term, if it's something wrong with the fetus, all those different things that could go wrong that a doctor might recommend termination other than the choice of the mother. It could be, different things happen. But according to their law back in 1864, it didn't matter. If you were raped by somebody, you still were going to have that baby. Mm-hmm. If it was incest, you were going to have that baby. And it was like, come on, y'all. How you going to roll back the time like that?
Yeah, that's crazy. And why are they making decisions, like you said, for somebody else's body? I mean, this is a female's body. I mean, it's crazy. We're going back.
It is crazy.
Like I said, we're going backwards. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. Wow, it's just crazy. I mean, what they said it was going to be a domino effect once they did the Roe versus Wade. Once they overturned that, everything was going to fall in place as far as going backwards.
Yeah, that definitely opened Pandora's box.
Yes, it did. And unfortunately, we're seeing that, so it's just crazy. Oh, Lord. Let's hope I survive this lifetime. That's fair. This is getting rougher and rougher.
It is. Rolling a stone uphill. But all right, Poppa DD, I'll come to you now. What's your in focus for tonight?
Well, wow, I'm going to talk about O.J. Simpson. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Now.
Come on with it.
The first thing I want to say is that you have to give condolences to the man's family and the people that loved him, the people that were there for him, and forget all the outside notions and people that are saying stuff for a story, or people that are saying stuff what they think people want to hear based on them keeping their job. The biggest thing I find out nowadays about journalists is that most of them talk according to their paycheck and who's paying them and how they're being paid and what have you. You know what I mean? And it's so sad because you got people like the boy on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith. He always comes out and sticks his foot in his damn mouth every time. Talking about if he was on the jury, he would have threw him under the bus or something like that. Well, it takes 12 motherfuckers, Stephen A. Smith, to come up with a decision, collectively. And obviously, for him to be found innocent on that, it was 12 people that came up with that decision. Okay? Now, you can't say he would have been under the jail. Okay, well, what about your life, And we're not going to go there because we ain't talking about no Stephen A. Smith because he ain't been popular enough to even be worthy of our radio show any damn way. Anyway, let's talk about O.J. Now, the first thing I want to focus on is what brought him into the limelight was his football career. Okay? That's the first thing you got to focus on. That's the first way we got turned on to O.J. Simpson. Everybody comes in with O.J. Simpson on wherever they want to come in at. And a lot of people was too young to even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff happened with his... And when something happens to somebody's wife, the first person that's accused is their spouse. Where were you? What are you doing? You having problems in the relationship? Blah, 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 blah. And it reports how many times the police been to the house. Yada, 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 yada. They want to build a case. They want to make it easy. They're trying to solve a case. Okay, now if he's found innocent, then that means that the murderer is still out there, right? Mm-hmm. But we're not going to focus on that right now. Let's focus on the football career for a minute, all right? Because that's where it all begun. Okay, O.J. Simpson was a running back like Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, your boy Jerome Bettis, Derrick Henry, who's the guy for the Dallas Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott. These are all running backs. All right, now let's talk about just a brief once over on his career. He went to a college called USC, University of Southern California. That's where those white women that got busted for trying to send their kids to college on the fake tip. Remember the actors that got busted for that shit? Yeah. That's where they're trying to go. That's the prestige college in California. Mm-hmm. Where'd you go? Oh, I went to USC. Yeah. Or UCLA.
Yeah, they were cheating.
You know what I mean?
Test.
Mm-hmm. They had to even take a fucking test. Anyway, the kids was dumb as shit, so they had to take a test. But anyway, let's get back to that. He went to USC, and at USC, what did he do? He won what's called the Heisman Trophy. God damn. The Heisman Trophy. You know what that is? That's the most outstanding player in the collegiate field that year. You can win it as a junior, you can win it as a senior, but he won the Heisman Trophy. All right? Now, then he went to the NFL. All right? He played 11 seasons. He played 9 with the Buffalo Bills, where he was the shit. And at the end of his career, he played 2 with the San Francisco 49ers. Because he's a California boy, period. So on his way out, he played for the 49ers. Now, let's talk about his awards and accolades. He won 4 NFL rushing titles. That means you ran more yards rushing than any other person 4 times in your career. Out of all the other running backs in the league at that time, you won the rushing title 4 years. He rushed for a total of 11,200 yards in his career. Okay, we ain't got to take it down in numbers, but let's just use the big number. Let's use the 11. He ran for 11,000 total rushing yards in his career. All right, let's look at some other people's numbers and compare it to. Now, Emmitt Smith, running back for the Dallas Cowboys, he's the leader of all the people in the world. He holds the record for the most running in his career. 18,000. Let's keep it at that number. We won't say a little number on the side. Now, remember, OJ is 11. The lead person in football is 18,000. Boom. Let's go to your boy, Jerome Bettis. Jerome Bettis did it 13,000. 2,000 less than OJ. Now, remember, Emmitt Smith is only 18 grand. OJ was 11. Ezekiel Elliott made all that money in Dallas Cowboys. He didn't do but 8,000 in his career. OJ did 11, 3,000 more than Ezekiel Elliott. And the other guy, Derrick Henry, the brother that plays for the Titans, and now he's going to the Ravens. He a bad motherfucker. He's at 10,900, almost 11. He's almost at OJ's level now. He's almost out of his career. What I'm saying is that OJ's numbers was higher than motherfuckers that was making millions right now. And all these other young boys out here now as running backs, they nowhere near him. They're at 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. He had 11,000 in his career. All right? Now, he had 76 touchdowns in his career, and he was in 5 Pro Bowls. 5. That's what a Pro Bowl you earned going. Now, Pro Bowl is just a bunch of bullshit. What I'm saying is that he had a stellar career, and he stopped playing football in 1980, and he was inducted in the NFL Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame in 1985. So here's a man that was in the Hall of Fame and won the Heisman Trophy in college. So OJ was a bad motherfucker when it came to football. All right? Now, that's the first thing you should look at with that particular. What brought the man into the limelight in life? Everybody talks about OJ this, OJ that, OJ this, OJ that. You're coming in with this, you're coming in with that. You know, everything that happened in his life as far as the crime and all that shit happened in 1994. And what saddens me about the crime aspect of O.J. Simpson, half the people that's reporting this shit was so young when that shit happened that they're just reading that shit off of YouTube or internet or whatever they can read in order to support their cause. You can't have a person who was the number one anchor on CNN and she's 28 years old. Okay? Now, if you're born in 1994, you're 30 this year. So how the fuck you going to be on CNN as an anchor and you're only 28? And this happened before you was even born. And you're going to sit there and talk about the shit, and all you can talk about is the crimes. You can't even talk about what I talked about just now about his football career. O.J. started with football, not with murder speculation and all that shit. Football. That's what put the brother on the map. He was a bad motherfucker. Check the stats. Compare the stats to another football player, to another running back. Stat for stat, he outweighed everybody. And this isn't praising him, but this is giving people their props where their props belong. Stop following the lead of the Aryan nation or, you know, all this white leadership telling you how to hate your fellow black people. Okay, because that's what the fuck we do all the time, is hate our fellow black people because somebody tells us to. Stephen A. Smith gets on ESPN saying, if I went through, if I was on the jury, I went through money. Stephen A. Smith, give me a break, you ugly motherfucker, making money now, talking shit. You come on the news, first thing you do is tell me how nice your suits are. Yeah, your suits got to be nice because you ugly as fuck. You're not attractive at all. So therefore, it wasn't for a nice suit, motherfucker, please. What would we be attracted to? Okay? Now, let's get to the crime aspect of that. Now, when the crime happened in, I believe, August, I don't have the dates in front of me here, but in August of 1994, when all this went down. Now, that whole trial was a situation that put everybody at edge when it came to blacks and white. Just like the Trump thing, when Trump came out, I've seen people on my job that were Trumpers that I thought I knew these white motherfuckers. But God, when I found out they were Trump lovers and the way they were acting, I was like, whoo, damn, that guy I used to work with named, Lloyd, white boy, he said some shit about you. I'm like, damn, I thought I knew you. I didn't know this motherfucker at all when he started talking that Trump shit. It blew my mind. Anyway, so getting back to the thing with the crime situation, the whole trial was off the chain. And then we look at people, now let's just get the bits and pieces out of the trial that made everybody famous. There are people now that are living in big houses in California based on the O.J. trial. Case in point, Kim Kardashian. Who the fuck is Kim Kardashian? Where did she come from? Okay? Kim Kardashian's father was one of the lawyers in the Dream Team. The Dream Team consisted of Johnny Cochran. I'm saying this off the top of my head. I ain't reading shit. Okay? Johnny Cochran, F. Lee Bailey, Shapiro, and your boy Kardashian. This is where the Kardashian came from. O.J. was friends with the Kardashians, and that was his lawyer. But then they brought in Johnny Cochran and everybody, and they developed a dream team. So where did Kim Kardashian come from? She was the child of one of O.J.'s lawyer in the murder trial. So by the time all that came into play and her name was out there and everything, boom, 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 Kardashian, all of a sudden when she finally grew up, now let's take Kim Kardashian's age when she was born, and where was she in 1994 when this happened? Probably what, 6, 7 motherfucking years old? I mean, I ain't got the calculator in front of me. I don't have her dear year she was born in front of me, but I guarantee she wasn't probably no more than 10, 12 years old. But look at her now. She used the O.J. trial and the name Kardashian, her sisters, and everybody else in that whole situation to become rich, not to mention a ton of other people that got rich off the O.J. trial. Okay? Now, because I'm not even going to focus on the trial. He was found innocent in the trial. He did a lot of other shit in his life that took him in there, but he was a man, without a country. He was blacklisted. He was canceled, and cancel was a whole different thing nowadays. Nowadays, you cancel people on the internet and all that shit and take them out of the limelight of social media, yada, yada, yada. Back then, when they cancel your ass, they just wipe the slate with your ass. And that's what the Goldman family did, being the fact that their son got killed with that. But the sad part about it is that there's reports that Ron Goldman was driving around in Hollywood in one of OJ's cars. Now, I don't know if this is a rumor or not, but, obviously you fucking his wife, and therefore, was you getting a little too cocky with and this has got nothing to do with his death. God rest his beautiful soul. But now you feel like, yeah, well, fuck it, I'm dicking her down. So they had me, throw me the keys to I think it was a little gray car, a little Fiat, wherever it was. He's going down Rodeo Drive in OJ's car. And everybody, is that OJ's car? Because at the time, Brentwood was big time. You got poor motherfuckers living in Brentwood now. But back then, it was, big time. So, when you stress too far like that and shit happens and whatever, and that's all speculation, don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying that to put the blame on anybody for anything. All I'm saying is the fact that trial had a lot of twists and turns, situations, circumstances, racism, undercover bullshit, who was fucking who was exposed at the time, all kinds of shit. I mean, that trial, thank God the social media didn't exist during that trial. That's all we could say. That way it laid in its own place. Anything that happened before social media blew up is laying in its own reservation. Social media could take something in 50,000 goddamn directions and tells everybody, grab on, social media train coming by, grab a seat, jump on it like a fucking cable car in San Francisco. That's what the social media does right now. It allows everybody to jump on, what if they did this? What if they did this? This is what social media does. Opens up another fucking can of worms. Anyway, make a long story short, God rest O.J. Simpson's soul, his family, friends, and everything like that. But don't forget the beginning of his life as a fantastic football player. Whatever happened during the trial, the murders, that's all speculation that you can go into the L.A. Book of Crimes and draw your own conclusions. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say on that. And also, by the way, Kim Kardashian is 43 years old. She was born in, she's born in 1980. So therefore, if she's born in 74, she was 14 years old when all that went down. 14.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she was probably just getting her period at the time.
Oh, God.
So anyway.
Thank you very much.
I'm leaving it at that.
Okay. I did want to say one thing on that story, that the only thing I didn't like about the African American Museum was there was no mention of OJ in there at the time that I was there. And like you said, he was very instrumental in the sports arena as far as football, and there was no mention of him. The time that I really was. You said question.
Yeah, right, and it's really sad the fact that I appreciate you saying that, because, I think that as the saying goes, let he without sin cast the first stone. And we got a lot of people out here that done a lot of foul stuff outside of murder. You know what I mean? You don't have to just do a murder situation in order for you to do something foul. And you got a lot of players that's in the Hall of Fame now. You got a lot of players in the Hall of Fame now that done some foul stuff, and nobody is picking on them, especially the ones of white persuasion, that done crazy shit, and their bus is still sitting in the Hall of Fame, and we can go back and say, wow, this motherfucker done been through some crazy-ass marriages and fucked up some shit and did some shit, and, So, but, what do you got to say about this, Redwine? Anything?
I was just going to say that what I disliked this week since he passed was how various people in the media are trying to retry the trial.
Yeah.
They're bringing up all this stuff about what happened and the van and where did the what was that, the Bronco and evidence and who said what, and I'm like, okay, isn't that double jeopardy?
That's what I said. Social media goes in 1,000 places.
It's a done deal, you know. The family of Nicole Brown and Goldman and them, they're still trying to get the money that was awarded to them in the civil trial. And they still haven't gotten paid. So they got lawyers trying to figure out, okay, now how are we going to get our money? So there's all that going on. But to see people it looked to me like they're trying to retry the case all over again and talking all this stuff about how it divided America between black and white. And I'm like, no, that's not really what happened. Black people, a lot of black people, were happy that O.J. was found innocent because they were seeing it that white people were just coming for him. The bottom line was that if the evidence, as Johnny Cochran said, if it does not fit, you must acquit. Well, the glove didn't fit. The evidence wasn't fitting. So y'all had to let it go. And so black people applauded and cheered, and a lot of white people were very upset.
But black people were also off the tail end 2 years earlier in 1992 when Rodney King was getting his ass whooped by the police. Right. And then up in Simi Valley, they moved the trial from L.A. to Simi Valley, and all those cops were acquitted for whooping Rodney King's ass. And when they got acquitted, they bombed L.A. They still got some burnt shit in L.A. from when they rioted in L.A. So black people were pissed off on that. So by the time, and L.A. was a big influence at that time around the world. So therefore, when O.J. was set free like that, there was a lot of black people in the L.A. area which really migrated to the rest of the world that were vindicated based on what happened to Rodney King.
They felt like a black man finally got
off, but like I said, you can remember where you were. You know, I think I was in Levittown, Pennsylvania, somewhere in a little apartment, and watched at night, and I'm looking at white folks sad and black folks cheer. So it was a real interesting time. And like I said, thank God social media wasn't alive at the time so the shit could lie in its own place. Because social media just takes things and throws it in 1,000 fucking places.
Yeah, that's true. It's like a broken glass.
Everybody's just, oh my God, you see that? You know. Anyway, but God bless O.J.'s soul. Hell of a football player. Look up his stats. Some of his stats are better than football players that are making millions a day. He got better numbers than they do.
That's true. All right. Where are we? We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with Ketel. She got a cocktail of the week for us that I'm looking forward to. So on the other side of the break is the cocktail of the week.
Breaking news. This is Redwine. So much goes on in a week. And here on the original Pajama Party Show, we break it down for you from our unique point of view as only we can. Get in focus with Ketel, Poppa DD, and me for our take on stories you might not have heard. Stay in the know. We'll talk about what happened this week right here on the Pajama Party Show. So tune in every Friday night at 9 o'clock on apajamaparty.com or call 914-803-4306 and press 1 to join the conversation. We're standing by to take your call right now, so give us a call, 914-803-4306, and press 1 if you dare.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
And I just want to say one more thing before we go to the cocktail of the week. That, like I said, O.J. Simpson was a Heisman Trophy winner and inducted in the NFL Hall of Fame. How many fucking players can say that? Anyway, go ahead, Redwine. Want to introduce...
All right, it's now time for Ketel and the cocktail of the week. All right, Ketel, what you got for us?
Yeah, we need this one. It's called the Gin Campari Old Fashioned. Yeah, so interesting, delicious treat here. So our ingredients is 1 2-inch strip of lemon zest, 1 teaspoon of Demara simple syrup, which is a sugar cane that comes from Brazil, and it has vanilla notes in it. Also, 1 teaspoon of Campari, 3 dashes of grapefruit bitters, Poppa, a scant pinch of fine sea salt, 2 ounces of gin, and ice. My favorite gin is Bombay Sapphire, the blue bottle. So in a rock glass, muddle the lemon zest, the simple syrup, Campari, the grapefruit bitters, and sea salt. Add gin and a few ice cubes and stir until well chilled. Top with more ice and serve right away. So this is called the Gin Campari Old Fashioned.
All right. Old fashioned.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Campari Old Fashioned. So that's like a fancy old fashioned. I like it.
Yeah. Most old fashions have bourbon. This one has gin. This is gin.
Oh, I get it. I didn't know what was in an old fashioned. All right. Well, works for me. Thank you so much.
You're very
All
welcome.
right. You can find that one on the website. We'll put that recipe up for you so you can see how to make it. Woo, thank you, Ketel. Good one. All right, Poppa DD. You over here drumming. Yeah, back to you.
Okay.
It's time for, let me do the intro. It's time for What's Poppin' with Poppa DD. What's poppin', Poppa DD?
Well, I appreciate the intro, but I didn't really need it because when I walk, my theme music plays in front of me. Peep this here. I want to talk about something that happened to me today, and it was so sad because my grandchild witnessed this. I was picking up my beautiful grandchild from his school today, and I want to tell you a little story. And then we was talking, Ketel, about violence and stuff in the city. Okay, and we're going to talk about how it's initiated, which happened to me today. Like I said, right in front of my grandchild. Now, when you pick him up from school, his situation over there, you're supposed to put your car in a line, and you go around and you pick them up. But today I had to take a piss profusively, okay? So I kind of pulled over into the parking lot across the street from the school and walked over to the school to get them. Now, when I pulled in the parking lot, it was no big deal. I parked, turned off the car, and I seen the people in the line going there, but I had to piss so bad I couldn't even wait for that. So, it's a one-time deal. I usually wait in the line, okay? But at my age, when the bladder goes knocking, I got to answer the call, So anyway, I walk over to the school, and I asked a lady in the little security area where you go and get the child. I gave the child's name, and I said, "Excuse me, can I use the bathroom for a minute?" And she showed me, where it was and all, and allowed me to use it, and I appreciate that. I honor her for letting me do that. Now, I come back to the car with my grandchild, put him in the seat and everything. There's a brother standing there behind the car, and he was acting like he was talking to somebody, but he wasn't moving. He was right behind my car, and I'm about to back up. And before I got in the car, I said, "Brother, I'm about to back up." And he kind of gave me an attitude kind of thing, right? He's standing there looking like a sort of average Joe looking guy, had on a T-shirt, whatever, regular average black guy, about maybe in his mid to late 30s, whatever. So I'm backing up, and he's still right behind my trunk. I said, "Brother, can you, I'm backing up, can you move?" He said, "You ain't supposed to be over here." I said, "I'm leaving, can you back up?" You look, this is my parking lot. You ain't supposed to be over here. You're supposed to be in that line to pick up the child. You wasn't even supposed to be over here in my parking lot. Now, this is like a strip mall. They had a school in it that this Negro does not fucking own. So why are you saying my parking lot? Okay? You sitting up here with a baseball cap and a fucking orange T-shirt. You ain't even got nothing on. Looks like a regular shirt or a button-down shirt or anything that got a professional image at all. And you claiming something as my. Sounds like a house nigga to me. Okay? Sounds like a house nigga to me, as Malcolm X would say. All right? So I said, my brother, I said, look, can you just move out of my way? And he's just going at me. And like I said, my smart, beautiful grandchild is hearing all this. And I'm not hiding anything from him because it's, you know, like Stevie Wonder said, we living for the city. Okay? Now, I said, my brother, so why are you disrespecting me? Can you just move out of my way? You got enough room to move. You ain't supposed to be. He's still saying I ain't supposed to be here. So I'm backing up. All right. So I finally got enough room to back up. I'm going down the street, leaving the thing. Come to find out, this guy was a driver for the school. Because you got some drivers that pick up kids. Like I went to pick up one child, but you got a company that picks up like 4 or 5 kids and drop them off. And not just school bus anymore. People do it in their personal thing now. They get licensed and all, and I guess they get vetted and they have to do a background check. They have authorization to go to the school at 3 o'clock and pick up 4 or 5 kids, and that's their business, so to speak. You know what I mean? And the parents may pay them, I don't know, $60 a week, whatever. So he makes it his business after I left. He loaded up his people real fast. I'm going down the street, and I turn on a major street that leads out of my grandbaby's school, and he goes zooming by me and looks over at me as he goes by, and I'm saying to myself, wait a minute. This motherfucker wasn't even working for the school. He was a driver for a service for the kids, and he's still going to drive by and fuck with me again. And I'm like, wow. And like I said, my grandchild is seeing all this little young punk-ass Negro watching all this, and I'm saying, damn, bruh. First of all, to recap the whole situation, why did you feel like you had to protect the parking lot? You didn't see me there before. That was my first time doing that. I guess maybe other people did it, but it wasn't me. But you're going to put all your strength on me. Now, if I was one of the ratchet people from today's world, like you said earlier, Ketel, that's packing guns, I could have got out of my car and shot the shit out of that motherfucker, right? If I was that quick on the draw. So why did this man act like you're acting like you're representing something that you're not, and you're gonna come up to a complete stranger like myself, not knowing what I'm packing in my car? And that was the dumbest shit you could have ever done. Okay. Not to mention I had out-of-state tags. Out-of-state tags. So you don't know who the fuck I was or where I came from. Okay, I did some shit in Prince George County, but I got out-of-state tags. So my car wasn't even matching the moment. So you were so off base. It was crazy. And I said to myself, wow, what are you representing, you in my parking lot? Come to find out he's just a driver, got nothing to do with the fucking school. But you acting like you some kind of Negro holding down the parking lot. And my young brother, with your stupid black ass, okay, get in your fucking truck and do your fucking job taking them kids home. Stop acting like you representing the white man's motherfucking parking lot with your dumb ass. Blew my mind today. Just wanted to put that out there and let you know that it all went pretty settled on the back end. Nothing violently went down. But the shit could have got ugly. It could have got ugly. And that's how shit happens in the world. That man should have minded his business. Once I put my grandchild in the car, backed up and left. I wasn't trying to paint lines in the motherfucker or paint handicapped spots in the thing. I wasn't working in your parking lot. I'm picking up a child and going to fuck my way. But this nigga, you in my parking lot. Nigga, please be in the fucking, what's that boy's name? Zimmerman?
George Zimmerman.
Fucking being George Zimmerman in a goddamn parking lot. Man, fuck you damn house Negro. Anyway, I'm done. And then it make it so bad, my
I know that's right.
Make it so bad, my grandbaby knew the whole story. So when his mother came and picked him up later on, he told her the whole story. Mama, today Papa got into an argument with this guy, and this guy was saying all this stuff, and he just told a whole story. I said, right on, brother. Right on, my young black brother. Report that shit like it was.
He know how to handle himself. He still know how to handle himself.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good. So,
anyway, that's how shit happens. And, anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to leave that alone.
All righty. Well, speaking of weird situations, it's time for the weird news. Yeah, that was weird. That just, I don't know why people feel like they want to jump up and break bad.
Yeah, my parking lot. You ain't supposed to be in my parking lot. I'm like, nigga, please, you don't know shit.
See? Okay, I ain't even going to comment. I'm going to go to the weird news.
What are you going to do?
All right. Weird news stuff. Yeah, I got the first one. I'm going to Thailand with this one. This is out of Bangkok. Thai, we're going way over to Thailand. The Thai wildlife officials have laid out a plan on Wednesday to bring peace to a central Thai city after at least a decade of human-monkey conflict. This is that city where those those monkeys where they just like do their thing in this city. It's called Lopburi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Lopburi. It's a symbol of local culture and a major tourist draw. The tourists like to come, and the monkeys, like, they will pull stuff out your pocket, snatch your food out your hand, grab your hat. They do. Those monkeys are off the chain in this city, and they're used to doing it. But after years of dangerous encounters with residents and visitors and some failed attempts to try to calm it down, the local people and businesses said they've had enough of this monkey business. So now the monkeys, like I said, frequently try to snatch food from people, sometimes resulting in tussles that leave people with scratches and injuries, because they're strong. But outrage grew back in March when a woman dislocated her knee after a monkey pulled her off of her feet trying to grab food from her, and another man was knocked off of a motorcycle by a hungry monkey. So the authorities are saying they hope to round up about 2,500 of these, they call them urban monkeys, and place them in massive enclosures. And, they think that this way they can kind of contain the monkeys so people can still see them, but the monkeys won't just be running amok all over the city. So they think that this way they'll be able to still have a limited number of them running around free, but not like 2,500 of them. Because anytime you dislocate your shoulder, bust your knee up and all kind of stuff, these monkeys are doing...
Like they're going to incarcerate the monkeys?
Well, basically, they're going to put them in some kind of enclosure. Because they're just trying to contain them. I mean, they're snatching food. They have taken people's wallets. They have done a lot of stuff, And when people come here with small kids and stuff, you can't have these. I mean, they're wild animals.
And where is this again?
This is in Thailand, in Bangkok. It's a city called Lopburi, Lopburi.
Make sure I don't go there. Okay.
All righty.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. Ketel, you're up next. What's your weird news?
Well, we're taking this all the way to San Francisco Bay. The mystery of a two-story home was seen floating in the San Francisco Bay for several days has been solved. The wood shingle home was first spotted in the water on Sunday and was seen in various locations around the bay in recent days. Coast Guard said it is monitoring the private transfer of the house, which was built atop a floating barge. The floating house sparked a flurry of speculation when it was first seen in the water, with many pointing out similarities to the Pixar film Up, just on the water instead of the air. It has now been revealed that the house was the second to the last houseboat to leave the Redwood City Marina. The marina was formerly home to more than 100 people living on the water, but the city started evicting the houseboats in 2015 after lawsuits from nearby residents. Wow. The house arrived Tuesday at its new home on the Commodore Marina in Sausalito, taking longer than expected. These things are very heavy, that it has to travel through the bay, and the winds and the tide change and the current and all of that. So, and you don't want to drag it out to the Golden Gate Bridge. So that's what that was, a floating house going to its new home.
And he flew.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
they solved the mystery, huh?
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
So the house wasn't actually floating; it was on a barge that we just couldn't see.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, they had everybody going on that one.
But it makes, I'm wondering, since they evicted people in 2015, we're in 2024. This boat has been on the water since then.
I don't think it's been out there that long. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, over to you, Poppa DD. What you got for us?
You know, this is really deep. This was this happened in Sacramento, California, where somebody had some items stolen off their porch, but in the end they got a big laugh from it. This was this guy's name was Omar Gabriel Manez. He checked his surveillance system on Friday and was shocked by what he saw. Someone was hiding inside of a trash bag. Okay, it's like a little midget was in a trash bag over their head. Must have been some holes in the trash bag so the person could see. It had to be small. It had to be a child, because I saw the video on this. The person was walking with a black trash bag over top of them, and all you saw were their sneakers underneath it. And I don't think somebody could bend that well. It had to be a child or something. But they walked and when they got over top the package that they stole, they put over top of them, turned around and went down the steps and walked away with the trash bag still intact. And that's all the camera saw. It was crazy shit. It looked like what was that person in Mr. It in Addams Family?
Oh yeah,
remember cousin It with all the hair in the Addams Family? I'm dating myself, telling my age here. But anyway, you see, he saw a tray. When he looked on his camera, he looked waiting for a package, and they said it was delivered. But all of a sudden, he looked on his camera, and he saw this trash bag walking with sneakers underneath it and a trash bag over his head. And the trash bag never revealed who was underneath it. That was so deep. If you check out the video, I guess in YouTube you can type in trash bag burglar or something to that effect. So you see the trash bag coming to the door, and at first he thought that somebody was messing with him, but he said all he was expecting was a couple phone chargers that cost about $10 a piece. So they didn't really steal no real valuable stuff, okay? So when he got home, there was no package, so he checked the security footage, and he saw the video of the trash bag person stealing his package. At first, he was kind of angry, saying, damn, somebody stole my shit. But it was so creative that he said he sat on his couch laughing his ass off because it was so funny. So if you get an opportunity, pull up on YouTube, Trash Bag Thief, where somebody's got a black plastic trash bag on top of them. You see the trash bag and the sneakers. And it's a little person like it's a damn midget. It's either got to be a midget or a fucking child or something. So he didn't file no charges. He said he wished he can get in touch with the person that did it so he could tell him, damn, that was a good one. Because he never saw nothing like that before. So, like I said, pull up plastic trash bag thief, and you'll see a person getting a package in a trash bag over their head with some funny shit.
Wow.
Anyway.
That is very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought? A trash bag? Okay.
It had to be a child or a midget, because this person was walking too comfortable. It wasn't an adult squatting down, because trash bags ain't so big. So
yeah,
somebody
that's
must have, You know, people so ratchet nowadays, they'll train their fucking kids to steal. That's a damn shame, you know.
And we've seen them do it.
Yeah.
We've seen on videos where people sit at their car and tell their kid, run up there and grab that package and run back. But anyway, all right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're coming back with, I'm just saying, on the other side of the break.
It's another Friday night at the Pajama Party Show, and we're here with our PJs on because you know we don't allow clothes in here. If you enjoyed the Pajama Party Show, why not invite a friend or tell a neighbor to tune in right now? Go ahead and text them. I'll wait. Tell them to call us right now at 914-803-4306. And if they want to join in on the conversation, tell them to press 1 so that we'll know they have something to say. We'd love to meet your neighbors, friends, and relatives, so send them a text, email them, or call them up and tell them to join us for the Pajama Party live on Blog Talk Radio. The more the merrier. Or is it Misery Loves Company, or whichever. Tell them to call us up on 914-803-4306 if they just want to listen, or press 1 if you want to join the conversation. Now let's get back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party Show while I try to find out who hid the belt from my robe. I tell you the truth. Y'all know you're so wrong for that.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One who's Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
All right. All right, next we got Redwine. She's new to the show. How you doing, Redwine?
Oh, okay.
Now, Redwine, what I'm just saying. What you saying tonight, Redwine?
You know what? I'm just going to, as they say, I'm going to just be before you a few minutes. But I just wanted to talk about Beyonce's new album.
Here we go.
So my topic tonight is it country? I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to be honest about it. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to check it out. But me and an associate of mine were checking it out recently. And my vote is not really. Not really country.
Not really, or just no?
Not really country.
See, when you say not really, you're still kissing
can I finish,
ass.
please?
All right, okay. I don't want
it was not, in my opinion, it was not really country. There were maybe 3 tracks on there that I would classify and say, okay, that sounds like country. But the other 24?
24?
There are 27 tracks on this song, on this album.
What?
27. That's why I said, is it country? In my opinion, not really.
Where did she find the fucking time? 27 songs?
27. Now, some of these tracks are interludes, so it's like 45 seconds, maybe a minute, little interludes in between, but they all still count as a track.
Oh, Lord.
But, like I said, there's probably 3 songs that, in my humble opinion, I would classify as a country song. But the rest of that stuff, I was like, what am I listening to? Some of it was sounded like old school rock and roll. I heard some, I guess, rap. I heard, I don't know what else those other ones were, but it just did not give that vibe of country. And I'm not saying that all country music has to sound alike, but when you listen to country music under that genre, they all have something in common. They're stories that they're telling. Regardless of what the story, there's a story being told. Now, what I heard in her album was more cinematic. It sounded more like a soundtrack from a movie, and it still didn't really fall in the category of country. Some of it sounded almost like a symphony. I mean, it was like literally all over the place. So it kind of just boggles my mind as to, first of all, how is this even classified as country? Is it just because that's what she wants it to be? I mean, and for country stations to now say they're playing Beyonce, I'm wondering which tracks are y'all playing? Are you just playing This Ain't Texas? and a hold 'em. That's all. Are you playing just that? Because that one is straight country, and maybe, like I said, 2 others that can pass. The rest of that stuff, I didn't even enjoy it outside of the fact that it didn't even feel or sound like country. It just sounded like a whole lot of something. I can't even say what. It was not an enjoyable experience. And I just, hey, if you part of the Beehive, don't come for me. I'm just giving my opinion. I was not feeling it. And I just feel like it was a lot of hype over not a lot delivered. I'm not going to call it a lot of nothing. I'll just say not a lot delivered. And I think it was over-promised for something that it just didn't turn out to be, in my opinion. But, hey, if you enjoyed it, I'm happy for you. It was not my cup of country. So that's all I'm saying. The question is it really country? I think not. But this is Redwine, and I say Beyonce pulled a fast one. That's all I'm saying.
What do you think about that, Ketel?
Don't come for me.
That was interesting. I haven't heard the album yet, but I'm interested in hearing it now. I think maybe that was her in to get in. That one song. So she said, okay, I'm in, so I'm going to put any damn thing on this album. So, yeah, I think that was her in.
Well, you check it out and let me know what you think.
Well, let me say this here, if y'all allow me to talk for a second. I could tell both of y'all aren't born under the sign of Aries like me. Because as you know, as Aries, we don't give a fuck about none of it. And I'm making jokes. But I'm just saying, you can miss the mark no matter who you are. Music, see, the one thing about, like I said before when I was talking about the OJ thing, the one thing about music is something that you just put out there. And if it's good, it's grabbed. If it's great, it's appreciated. And we learned that from people like Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Prince, Mary J. Blige, people like that. Mary J. Blige has got to be the only artist I know that when she come out with a new song, that shit is always a hit. She could play a song for the first time on TV. I'm going to sing my new song, banging.
Yep.
Off the top. You know what I mean? And I give Mary J. Blige those big props like that. Because she don't throw no shit out that she know ain't right. But Beyonce, when you become a billionaire, it's kind of hard to be hungry. You know what I mean? Because you got 9 pounds of lobster in the goddamn freezer. So you ain't hungry, right? You got $1 billion in the fucking bank. Sometimes there's stuff in life that has to inspire you. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's the key thing. Mary J. Blige's music is inspired by
she talks about her life.
By the things she's dealt with.
Exactly. And I use her as an example because sometimes when like I said, I'm not beating up women at all, but I think when women kumbaya, a lot of times women ain't got the same shit going on. They like to stay connected on the female vibe, but a lot of times they don't have the same shit going on. I don't think Beyonce got what Mary J. Blige has going on. They live in 2 different lives, but they're both 2 beautiful black women. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
I'm not beating up at all.
We're going to transition to living for the city.
But like I said, yeah, we going. But that's living for the city, is a whole nother subject.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
What I'm saying on living for the city, we're gonna go right into that. What I'm saying on living for the city, we're gonna get all off the entertainment. I'm gonna say this here. April brings rain and stuff like that. I want to say to everybody, because this is what I am. I'm really a horticulturist. I want everybody to please go to Home Depot and Lowe's and get you some plants this year. Please. This is the time. Look in your garden. See what's up. Build your garden. Pull your weeds. Dig a hole. Drop a tomato plant. Okay? Strawberries right now are big. You can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and they have strawberries in a pot. Put them in a bigger pot and put it up high. Hang it from a hook and let the vines hang down. Strawberries will just pop off that. It's amazing how strawberries will just grow right there on your porch. It's crazy. peppers, like green peppers, red peppers, put them in a flower pot and just let them grow. And you can pick the peppers out and cut them in the kitchen. But tomatoes and shit like that, check on your flowers and go get your mulch at this time. Red mulch, black mulch, whatever mulch you like, amber color. I'm partial to black mulch because it lasts longer. That red mulch is good in the beginning. After a while, that shit be turned like a little ugly red bone woman. And it looks kind of crazy. So, we won't fuck with that.
Is this living for the city? You talking about flowers, Papa? What's up?
Yeah.
I'm lost.
No,
Tell me,
because I'm trying.
Was this weird news? What's up?
He's all from the
Papa, what you doing? I'm lost.
He's giving us some gardening tips.
Get the plants.
All right,
Okay, Mr. Gardner.
Get the plants in the game. Hey, I'll be throwing some plants now. I could throw some tomatoes now. Come on now.
What's in the city?
No, what I'm saying is that living for the city, when making our city more beautified, put something in the ground. Even if you got children, get a small. You can put something in a jar with some dirt and put little seeds in there and water it, and you'll see little caps come up, and let the child see how a seed turns into a little thing. It comes up like a little caterpillar. It opens up, and then a leaf pops out of it. It's some fantastic shit, man. Growing plants and growing tomatoes and stuff like that. It gives me joy. I don't smoke weed anymore, but the shit kind of cultivates my soul like cannabis would. But I don't smoke the weed no more, so I find joy in planting stuff. So please, with the weather being like it is, all the rain we need is good. Rain and 60-degree weather is a good mix. So drop your plants in the ground. Drop your perennials that grow every year or annuals that grow, just once a year. And like I said, the word is backwards. If it says annual, it means it's going to die at the end of the season. If it says perennial, like a principal of a school, it's going to come back every year. So remember, perennial means living forever. Annual, even though annual sounds like every year, annual fucking dies. Don't let the word annual fool you. So it's just the opposite. All right? Anyway, that's it.
All right. That's your green tip of the day.
That's right.
Got it. All right. Everybody go plant something.
Plant something. Shit. Anything.
All righty. Woo. All right. Well, let's see. Are we ready for the Hollywood wrap-up?
That's up to Ketel. You ready, or you want to take a CC break?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm just trying to get past the plants. But come on.
You're thinking about what she's going to plant.
Yeah, I am. Not no damn tomatoes. I know that. But anyway.
No, peppers. Peppers is good, too. Put peppers in a nice big pot. Yeah, peppers. Green peppers,
Papa.
red peppers.
I got it.
You ready for your thing, or?
I'm waiting on you.
Oh, waiting on me. All right, here we go.
All right, let's do it.
Introduction for Hollywood wrap-up. Hollywood. Hollywood.
Woo!
Take it away, Ketel.
Thank you very much, Mr. Plant Man. We talked about Jenny Ma and Jeezy earlier. So he is requesting full custody of his daughter. He's trying to pull some stuff over somebody's eyes. Jeezy is seeking to take care of his daughter full time. A recent development in divorce saga between Jenny Ma and Jeezy. He's petitioning for full custody of his baby girl, Monica, she's 2, whom he shares with the former the real co-star, Jenny Ma. In court documents obtained by the outlet, Jeezy said he and Ma arranged a custody arrangement for their daughter in February, but he now believes that Ma's busy life creates an environment that is not conducive to raising a child. Interesting. They had remained living under the same roof, took up residence in their basement, Jeezy shared. In a turn of events, however, he claims Ma moved out of the home and has taken Monica with her. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Sounds like trouble.
Baby mama drama.
Yeah, that's all. I'm surprised that this lasted this long, because I didn't see the two. They were really opposites attract, so I didn't get that. But anyway, opposites do attract sometimes, but Nah, that just didn't work. But at least they got something out the deal. Hey, got a beautiful daughter. Also in the news, Amber Rose. Haven't heard her name in a while. She captured rumors that she is dating Chris Rock. Well, no, she's not. So in December 2023, the social media influencer and the Dolomite is My Name star was spotted in the Big Apple. While speaking to Entertainment Tonight, Rose clarified the dating speculation and explained they are nothing more than platonic friends. She's known him for 13 years. We met for coffee. We talked some crap to each other, and he made me laugh because he's hilarious. And that's their friendship. So they got pictures, this and that, but ain't no lovey-dovey, kissy this, nothing like that. So they're just good friends. Like she said, she's known him for 13 years.
Sure.
But folks need to mind the business. Also in the news, they're starting tonight on Netflix. There is a animated series, Good Times. But Bernadette Status, which Thelma, she played Thelma in the Good Times series, she said that it was the series animated reveals lack of progressiveness, questioning its portrayal of the iconic Evans family and their legacy. They said that JJ had presented this particular idea to Norman Lear's office, and it was without the mother. But it just seemed like that this was not being as far as progressive and, you know, them getting out the ghetto and just positive images. But, you know, I want to check it out. It premieres tonight on Netflix, so I want to check it out. Is she getting any residuals from it?
What's the name of it?
Good Time?
Is it called Good Time?
It's Good Time. It's a cartoon, yeah.
It's a cartoon?
Series, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's a cartoon.
I'm going to pass on that.
Thank you for the info.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see. So we'll see.
I'll pour some brown liquor and check it out.
Okay.
Y'all let me know.
I don't know if you guys watched the Golden Bachelor. The guy Jerry Turner and Teresa Niss. They got married, and they, you know, had a big thing. They got married on the show, but they're getting a divorce now. It's on their quit. They claim, well, they did a prenup, so I mean, you know, that's a good thing. But they claimed that they couldn't settle on where they were going to live. One lives in New Jersey, and the other one, I think, lives in Florida or California, and they couldn't figure out where they wanted to live. They had looked at homes, different places, but they didn't come to an agreement. I still say something's not right with that. But they claim they still love each other and all of that. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see. You know, I think something else is going to come out of that. Another series will come out of that. A divorce series or something. I don't know. The rapper Ice Spice, she has tapped into Spike Lee's new film, High Low, opposite Denzel Washington. Wow. The Apple original film and A24 production called High Low stars the legendary Denzel Washington and this new rapper. She just came out last year. She had a video called Munch. Since then, the world has been hers. She has 4 Billboard Top 10 hits, including Karma, Boy's a Liar, and Barbie World. And she's done a collaboration with Nicki Minaj. She's done quite a bit. She won Best Breakthrough Hip Hop Artist at the 2022 BET Awards, and this past year she won iHeartRadio's Best New Hip Hop Artist. And her name is Ice Spice.
Yeah, Ice Spice.
Okay. So look out for that.
She looks like Annie from...
that's what she looks like, yeah. That's on Hollywood Wrapped Up tonight. Mm-hmm.
All right. Lots of good stuff. Thank you.
Very nice.
All right. It was something else, but now I can't remember. Something else I was going to add to your list. but I forgot it.
My list.
I see it to her list. I forgot it. Anyway, we'll keep it moving. All right. Let's see. We're down to the Kiss It list.
Mm-hmm.
If Poppa DD, if you would please explain what exactly is the Kiss It list.
The Kiss It list is people that have showed their butt and messed up a little bit, and we're going to put them on blast for doing that. You know what? I just want to put, like Ketel said, what's the guy's name? Jay-Z and, what's the name? Jeezy and Jenny Mai. You know, I just want to, if we can put them on the list, I just think that they are too young to be going through so much shit. I'm like, come on, what? My question to them two is, what the fuck happened? Both of y'all at the prime of y'all life, you have and the daughter is absolutely beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful.
What is she, like 2?
No, she's older than that. She's like
I thought she was about 2.
3. Did she really? 2 or 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know, and both of them are at a stage in life where they're both trying to make money. You know, and she's got a show now, the show where you push the stuff out the thing. What's it called?
Yeah, what's that called? The Cage. Something
the
about
cage,
the Cage.
Yeah, something about the
Raid the Cage.
Raid the Cage, yeah. And like you said, Ketel, them jokers make like 30,000 episode or something, depending on the sponsors, you know. And she's busy with stuff, and he
still does the Hollywood red carpet thing.
Yeah, and he's holding that against her, the fact that she's busy doing her thing, and it's just. I think in Hollywood, a lot of people are really spontaneous when it comes to who they want to get with, and they all young, and they, as the term goes, and it hasn't changed in 100 years, as it says, they're young, dumb, and full of cum, and that hasn't changed in 100 fucking years, and they still are young, dumb, and full of cum, and that's why they're acting crazy as shit. Anyway, let's get back to the kissing list.
Also, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Of course, she's still out here kicking up dust, making a bunch of crazy remarks. It's like she can't help herself. I don't know. It's like she just opens her mouth and ignorance just pours out. So she's on the Kiss It list once again. I guess she has a residence, as they call it in Vegas. She has a residence on the Kiss It list.
Okay.
It was something about Chris Brown, but I didn't get the details. Something happened where he was supposed to be on a concert. He got replaced. He got in trouble for something, and then they replaced him with somebody else, as usual.
He's a mess.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm putting him on the list. Like, Chris Brown, when are you going to grow up? You've been in this game long enough now. Grow the heck up. What is your problem?
And, you know, the tables is turned because I think, what's her name? The girl that used to mess with him?
Rihanna.
Rihanna's glad she got that she ain't fuck with him no more.
I shared of that one.
She said, you know what? I got 2 beautiful kids now, and I'm glad that dick slinging motherfucker's not part of it.
Yes, indeed.
And another person, too, I think Sierra. You know, ever since she hooked up with Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, you know what? This other rapper I was dealing with, I'm glad I didn't kick that motherfucker to the curb. But Russell Wilson, the Denver Broncos, they owe him $35 million, and he's with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So all year next year, the Broncos going to be paying him $35 million, and he ain't playing with the motherfuckers. So how good of a financial move was that? Anyway. So God bless Sierra and Rihanna for stepping off for sorry motherfuckers. Anyway.
I got one more for you. The Prince estate. And you know I love Prince. But the Prince estate for running or licensing his song, I'm a Star, in that idiotic Target commercial.
Baby, I'm a Star.
Well, I'm a Star, baby, I'm a Star. I'm talking about that song. I'm saying that if Prince were living, he would have never done that because that was never his thing.
No.
You were not going to see his songs used to push products and merchandise if it's not his products and merchandise.
Especially
but
Target.
A department store? Really? Target? Are you kidding me? That thing disgusts me so much every time I see it.
Yeah.
So I can't even fault Target. I fault the Prince estate because they're the ones that allowed Target to use the song.
Well, you got to fault Prince also for not having any executive before he died. He wasn't married, and that was no big deal. But you got to name somebody when you die who's going to take over your shit.
Okay, but I'm not faulting Prince. I'm faulting the estate.
Okay.
Okay, and Trump for running around still spreading lies.
Yeah.
Still lying on everything and everybody.
That's Ketel's boy.
I just don't understand. Like, how do people continue to follow this man? And he's full of lies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. I really don't.
And they got to put a gag order on him for not to talk about people.
Yeah.
He talks about the prosecutor, the judge,
He's talking about
and everybody.
Judge's daughter.
The judge's daughter.
Dude, what is your
problem? The judge's daughter. How the fuck are you going to go to the judge's daughter? This man has lost his mind.
He really has.
I know Ketel and Redwine. I know that's y'all boy.
Don't even try it.
But I'm just saying, he's a mess.
I think that was about it.
And let's put Gypsy Rose on here. Gypsy Rose was in jail for killing her mother. And I guess it was justified based on her mother was abusing her and all that jazz. But then she met this big fat motherfucker who fell in love with her while she was in jail. But fat as he would have fallen in love with a fucking rock. But he fell in love with her. But when she got out of jail, she got a nose job and everything else, and she got bit by the reality TV bug. Now she's kicking him to the curb, and she filed a restraining order against him. And so now she's just trying, and she's messing around with her old ex-fiance or something. So Gypsy Rose, who killed her mother, is in Hollywood now having a fucking good time. How do you murder motherfucker and having a good only white folks?
And get a reality show.
And get a white.
Marry somebody in jail.
Now mind you,
him to the curb.
Now mind you, they're beating up on fucking OJ. They're beating up on OJ. But ain't nobody said shit about Gypsy Rose, who literally killed her mother. They know she killed her mother. And she's getting, now she's out of jail and being celebrated, kicked her husband to the curb, got a nose job, got a boob job, lost her fucking stomach. She thinks she's a shit, and she's about to be in reality TV. But OJ ain't shit? Give me a fucking break. Something's wrong here.
Yeah.
I tell you, that white skin will get you. Anyway.
I was going to tell you that 50 Cent replaced Chris Brown at the Dreamville Festival in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
See?
Okay.
They said unforeseen circumstances. What that is, I don't know.
I don't know.
And I want to put one more person on the kissing list. Is Angelina Jolie. You know what? You and Brad Pitt ain't had a relationship in a long time. Will you please stop fucking with that man? He's trying to date and move on. Now, remember, she had that cancer situation in her family, so premeditatedly she cut off both. She had a double mastectomy. So you know that I'm not a woman, but I know that if I had to have both my breasts cut off, that would probably really fuck with my ego. So I don't know where she is with that mentally, but she seems to not take her claws. She seems not to take her claws out of Brad Pitt. Every time you see her, she's filing a lawsuit. But now they got some kind of winery that she's trying to battle over, saying he owes me money on the winery we had, and this we had, and that we had. You know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of what's his name's wife, the little guy with the glasses that married his daughter.
Woody Allen?
Woody Allen. Remember Woody Allen and his wife? What was her name?
Oh, gosh. What was her name?
Remember how crazy she was? Woody Allen's wife?
Somebody Farr.
What's that?
Or something?
Farrah, yeah, right. You're showing your age, Ketel. Anyway, Mia Farrow.
Yeah, that's her.
She was another crazy bitch, for lack of a better word. Another crazy bitch. Mia Farrow and fucking Angelina Jolie, both of them hoes need to be in a fucking nursing home somewhere being fed by somebody. Anyway, let's move on.
All right. Is that everybody?
All right, put them all in kiss list.
So.
All right.
All right, this is it. Give them a song.
We got a gift for everybody on this week's list. Here it is.
My entire ass.
Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world can kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem, well,
Welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
All right. I guess we're going to do our last word here. You want to start with me or you? Or?
Oh, yeah, you can go first.
All right. First thing I want to do, I made reference to him earlier. My little grandbaby, he's turning 6 years old tomorrow. And I tell you what.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know this is an adult show and we talk about tits and ass and penises and shit like that. But I just want to take a moment and break it down for the grandchild. He's going to be 6 years old tomorrow, and I tell you what, I've been loving this little joker since day one. He's hard-headed as hell now. He don't listen to nothing I say. He loves his grandmother a lot more than he loves me. But, he calls me mean. He's mean. He's mean. See, mean is when you don't give a motherfucker a popsicle. Or mean is when you didn't bring a motherfucker home a toy. That's mean to this guy, okay? But I love this joke with all my heart, and he fell into my life, and like I said, he's celebrating his birthday, and I'm celebrating my birthday come Monday as well.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, happy birthday.
And I want to give a big prop out for Aries. Aries, woo! Aries, what's the definition of Aries? People that don't take no, as they say, if you don't start no SH, it won't be no IT. How about that? Let me say it again. Aries believe if you don't start no SH, it won't be no IT. All right. Now, but anyway, my last word on that is happy birthday to my grandchild. He'll be 6 years old. God bless him.
All righty. Happy birthday to the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
My last word is watch your back. People are quick on the draw. Seem like tempers are flaring more than usual. So just be careful out there. And please don't forget to vote. I know it's not November yet, but please keep that in mind. If you can vote, please vote. Every vote matters. I get upset when people say, oh, it doesn't make a difference. I don't bother. Please get out and vote. It's important. If we don't all get together and vote, we're going to end up with Trump back in the White House. And we cannot allow that.
Right.
So please get out and vote.
Right.
That's my last word.
And one more thing. We depend on the people to vote that don't have a record because there's a lot of people that have a felony on their record and they can't vote. So we need the people that don't have a felony on your record to vote because there's a lot of brothers and sisters out here that have felonies that can't vote. So
That's
we need
right.
you to replace them.
All right, Ketel, over to you. What's your last word?
My soapbox, my usual. The mayor of D.C. need to get on the stick. You need to do something before it gets hot. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be a war zone out here. And, you're talking about people just having guns in the daggone gym. They're going to have guns just, willy-nilly. So we need to lock the city down, get the curfew going, and just put some things in place before it gets worse. That's all I can say. That's my last word.
All right.
All right.
Well, that'll do it for one more edition of a Pajama Party Show.
I want to say, let me say one more thing, and I mean this sincerely. Like I said, on the O.J. situation, that happened a long time ago with his situation on the crime aspect. But one thing I want people to understand, O.J. Simpson won a Heisman Trophy as well as was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. He was a hell of a football player. That's where it all started. And whatever happened in his life after that, all I say to that is let he without sin cast the first stone when it comes to your personal life. Let's talk about him as the football player. Everything else, let everybody else sort through that. See, a lot of people of a certain age don't even know. They're not even old enough to realize that they come in what their parents are saying or what their racist mom is saying and all the bullshit. I'm just talking about the sports person of him. And God bless his family and condolence to his 4 children. He had 2 children from Nicole. He had 2 children from his first wife. His 4 kids. God bless you. You lost your father. So God bless y'all, and my condolences to y'all for losing your father. Okay? Because nobody else is worried about that.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback on that. No, I'm gonna piggyback on that. That's the problem. Society won't allow people to be who they are and the things, like you said, that they stood for. Like you said, he thought it was sports. I mean, just like the Bill Cosby thing, they were trying to erase him from everything. They were trying to take his photo out the African American Museum. They were just trying to erase him, and that's not right. Think about those things that they did before before these other things happened. It's just sad that has
can't eradicate that.
I just want to piggyback on that. So
I appreciate that. Thank you. What you got to say, Redwine?
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's been other people in history, specifically white history,
Mickey Mantle,
who have done things that were probably more atrocious.
Yeah, Mickey
and
Mantle.
They're still celebrated. Nobody has taken them out of the museum.
Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth.
Out of the history books and all of that.
Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth. They were New York Yankees. They were drunk.
Yeah.
They were drunks and womanized.
No, all I'm saying is that if somebody has done something that is not a black person, if they can still be celebrated and still have a place in history, why do black people have to be erased? Because they made a bad decision, whatever that decision was.
But then too, I think society, I hate to say it, but society thrives on negative stuff. I mean, just think about it. Look at all these reality shows. You just said about this woman that she killed his mother. She's out of jail, and she got a reality show. I mean, what is the world coming to? We are navigating to that. Why are you so drawn to that? That is just ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy. Our society has lost its mind. Something is wrong.
And the guy was with her when she came out of prison. He was with her when she came out of prison, when she was fat and stupid and ugly looking, and now she got her little contract.
I get the story, but what I'm just saying is we just gravitate to the wrong stuff. That's good. I don't care about the story, but we just navigate to the wrong stuff. That's my
that's what birthed a lot of reality TV. Yeah. People want to see people arguing, fighting. Calling each other out of their name and all of that stuff. And there's one show after the next and after the next. Maybe
that's what's wrong with society now. It filters out into the street. Our anger and our frustrations. This is our reality out here in the streets. With these guns, shooting them up, bang, bang. This is not the Wild Wild West. But, people think it is. They emulate what they see on TV. So,
they do.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's sad. It's crazy. But okay.
All right,
let's get up out of here.
Right.
All
right. We all put all the soapboxes away until next Friday.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. We're in the age of Aries, y'all. Aries is alive.
Yeah.
Let's do our thing in the Aries age.
Oh, Lord help us.
How about that?
It's Aries time.
Yeah,
Aries time.
Happy birthday to all the Aries.
Thank
friends,
you.
Poppa DD, friends that are out there, little man, everybody.
Yes. Happy birthday to all in the Aries.
In the Aries hemisphere.
Aries.
Woo! Yeah.
All right. Did we all say good night? I said good night.
Good night, everybody. Be safe. Take care of yourself.
Good night. Good night.
All right.
All right. We'll do it again next week. Thanks for hanging out with us. Peace.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of cheers.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Party crew, keep it real crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. This summer party, grown and sexy, throwing a party. This summer party, party crew, keep it real for you.